Round 3 of the Genesis Invitational is in the books, and it's Patrick Rodgers with the lead at 8 under. Shot 4 under for this round. Denny McCarthy, 1 stroke behind. Oberg, there a couple shots behind. And we don't see on there Rory McIlroy or Scotty Scheffler. Right now, everybody chasing Patrick Rodgers. Time now to head out to Torrey Pines as we are joined by CBS Sports lead golf analyst and 2008 Masters champ Trevor Immelman. And Trevor, going into Saturday, nobody really expected that Patrick Rodgers was going to be the guy leading the field. What did you see from his game today that allowed him to be so effective and take the lead going into the final round?
Yeah, Chris, you are exactly right. We had all those big dogs, McIlroy, Scheffler, Oberg. And to start the day, we were keeping our eye on them, but they faltered. And Rodgers just played the most beautiful round of golf and was blemish-free till he got to 18 and made that little mistake there on the 3rd. But he sure was super solid. The golf course, once again, was the winner today. It has been all week. It's played extremely difficult with this thick rough out there. And, yeah, it sure was impressive stuff from Rodgers. And, by the way, even though he made the mistake at 18 to then take the drop, get it up and down the second time to save bogey, I think that was good. I'll give him a little confidence going into tomorrow. Yeah,
definitely showed his mental toughness not to get rattled there on 18. Now, we talked about Rory McIlroy. We talked about Scotty Scheffler. It was a bogey party for them, and that's not a party you want to be a part of. Why did they struggle so much on this ground?
Yeah, so unusual, really. For Scheffler, this is his worst round since the 2022 Players. So totally untoward from him. His swing all week has looked a little bit out of sync. He was scrambling his way around the course in the first couple rounds. And today, all of a sudden, that stopped happening. He was missing to the left off of the tee. And when you get in this thick rough off of the tee, you're going to have a long day. And with McIlroy, he was 4th in putting after 2 rounds. And that putter did not pitch up at Torrey Pines today. He missed a bunch of putts throughout the round, gave up more than 2.5 strokes to the field on the greens. And those guys are on the verge of being out of touch now, 5 back. They'll be playing together tomorrow, which is, I think, is a good thing. They're going to get up for that, want to prove a little something to each other. Maybe they can slipstream off of each other, get some momentum early, and put a little heat on the guys in that final pairing that have never won on tour before.
So when you look at everybody at the top of the leaderboard, Trevor, what are your expectations for what's going to happen on Sunday? Does Patrick Rodgers get that win that he desperately wants?
Well, he sure does have the game, but it's been a long time, and this is his 10th season. He's had 7 top 3s. Never been able to get into the winner's circle. So he's going to be feeling things that he hasn't felt before. On top of that, you add the extra layer of trying to win a signature event, trying to win Tiger Woods' event. That adds a lot of heat. And then he's got these thoroughbreds behind him that are going to be pressing. Going to have to keep the putter hot. He's had a bad year on the greens, but this week really has found something special, and he's inside the top 5. I'm watching Oberg. He's been ill for a couple of weeks. This week feels good, looks to be swinging really well. Just 2 back. He's in prime position to strike tomorrow.
It could be a thrilling finish for the final round of the Genesis Invitational. Trevor Immelman, we always appreciate your fabulous insight.
Thanks, Chris.
And again, make sure to tune in to the final round of the Genesis Invitational, 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. You never know what's going to happen in the world of golf. Patrick Rodgers on 14, the birdie that put him at 9 under. He finished round 3 at 8 under, and he is your leader after 3 rounds at Torrey Pines. Now, behind him, Denny McCarthy shot 1 under, round 3, 7 under. Then Ludwig Oberg, just 2 shots behind the lead. And Rory McIlroy, Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, both of them not on this leaderboard because they really struggled in round 3. And with that, we bring in CBS Sports golf analyst Rick Gehman. And Rick, it's Patrick Rodgers who catapults himself up to the #1 spot after the big dogs falter. So when you look at his game in round 3, what did he do so well to put him in this position?
It's a simple formula around Torrey Pines. It's hard to execute, but it's simple in theory, and that is fairways and greens. And that's exactly what Patrick Rodgers did all day long. He's in the top 3 in driving accuracy for the week. He is inside the top 10 in greens and regulation. And the few greens that he has missed, he's been able to get up and down. He's been able to scramble. Like I said, it's very simple. We saw Harris English deploy a very similar strategy a couple of weeks ago for the Farmers Insurance Open. Now, the big question is, Chris, can he do it again? Because we know this is career start number 287 on the PGA Tour. He has 0 career victories after having an unbelievable amateur career. He's one of the greatest college golfers that we've ever seen, but he has yet to do it on this stage. I get a little bit worried about what I saw him do on 18 as final hole of the day. You could see nerves were starting to set in. He hits one into the water there, but is able to get up and down afterwards to salvage the damage. I think it's a phenomenal story what he's brewing right now, and I think that if he can continue to hit fairways and greens over the final 18, he's going to give himself a decent chance here.
Well, somebody who hopes he doesn't have success with that, right, with the fairways, Denny McCarthy, right? 4 birdies on the day, shooting up the leaderboard, 1 stroke behind him. What did he do that made him so effective in round 3, Rick?
Yeah, this was a lot different than Patrick Rodgers. There were a lot of birdies on the card. There were a lot of bogeys on the card. What I saw from Denny McCarthy was really impressive. I felt that he was already at a little bit of a disadvantage having to play with Rory McIlroy, and you saw it. I mean, Denny McCarthy is literally 50 yards behind every drive that Rory McIlroy is hitting. But what Denny does is he just trusts his draw. He hits it into the fairway, and he gives himself opportunities. That stretch around the turn there, 6 through 10, where he made 4 birdies over that 5-hole stretch, that shows you what Denny McCarthy is capable of doing. He can get hot in a moment's notice. He's a microwave, Chris. So when you have the ability to putt like he does, you just have to give yourself a lot of opportunities. So that's what he did in round 3. It's what he's done all week long, and it's what he has to do in round number 4.
Now, speaking about round number 4, these 2 guys, it's going to take a miracle for them to win or get close to the leaderboard. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, they look poised to be at the leaderboard. Instead, they fall so far behind. Why did they struggle so much when we've seen them dominate these courses left and right usually?
Yeah, these are historically bad rounds for both of these golfers. So to put it into perspective a little bit, we never see either Rory McIlroy or Scotty Scheffler have a round this bad. For them to do it both on the same day while in contention, just a few groups from each other, is shocking stuff. For Rory McIlroy, I think there is some good news if you want to frame it that way. He was very good from tee to green, and he had the 6th worst putting round of his career. In my database, that's about 900 rounds. So it's the 6th worst out of 900 rounds. Probably unlikely that he continues to putt that badly, but that was the story for Rory on Saturday. For Scotty, I think it's a little bit more complicated. All week long, he has had a lot of trouble with the driver. He's hitting most of his drives left into fairway bunkers, into the rough. He has hit barely more than 50% of the fairways on the week, and that is not a very good strategy. He got away with it in round number 2. He was able to work a little bit of Scotty magic and make par from places that you're not supposed to make par. He could not salvage that same level of magic in the 3rd round. So he's got to hit more fairways on Sunday and in ensuing weeks, because that's going to hurt a lot.
Do you think it's a mental thing, Rick, going on?
I think that he is still trying to work through some of the hand injury stuff. Remember, he had surgery from an incident that cut his hand on Christmas Day, and he is very focused on his grip. He practices it literally every single day. He stands on the range and he makes sure his grip is correct before every single swing. I think he's still working through some of that, Chris, and it's probably the club probably feels a little bit different in his hands right now, and he's just trying to figure out how to get it into the positions that he is used to. So that's what I think it is. I don't believe it's much mental at all.
No, that definitely makes sense. Now, who is your pick to win after what you've seen through 3 rounds of golf?
I'm a little bit more optimistic than you are, Chris. I think that the 3 unders, Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler, they have a chance. I think it's a small one, but they have a chance. We saw how guys can go in opposite directions here on Saturday. But I look at Ludwig Åberg, and this is an event or a golf course that he should have won at a couple of weeks ago. The Farmers Insurance Open, he was blitzing that field through 2 rounds before he got physically ill, did not play well on the weekend, had to withdraw from the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So this is a golf course that sets up really well for him. He is not going to be fazed by anything. He's already a winner on the PGA Tour. He's already a winner on the European Tour. He is already a member of a winning Ryder Cup team. There's just so much to like about the state of his game, the state of the mental side of things, and also how this golf course sets up for him. I think that he is the most likely candidate to emerge with this trophy come Sunday afternoon.
Well, it all goes down Sunday at 3 Eastern. Rick Gehman, we appreciate the time. As always, can't wait to see how it shakes out, man. And make sure, for more Rick Gehman content, download the First Cut podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Talking about the world of golf, rankings, latest news. First Cut podcast, they have you covered with everything golf related.